Hundreds marched through the streets of Upper Manhattan this week to the homes of some of the city's wealthiest. Their first stop, the Fifth Avenue apartment of one of the world's largest media moguls, Rupert Murdoch, the chairman and CEO of News Corporation International, who own the Fox News network as well as the Wall Street Journal.
This is the home of Rupert Murdoch. He's one of the richest people in America, one of the richest people in the world, and New York State is about to give him a tax cut. It's one of the many concrete examples of how government isn't working for the majority of people, it's only working for a tiny minority of people.
The Millionaires' March, as it was dubbed, received a lot of media attention, including on Fox.
Breaking developments in the Occupy Wall Street saga. Now it's personal.
But this was not always the case. Many protesters are angry at how American media has been covering the protests. Early media attention was rather dismissive, according to 35-year-old Ted Actie, who has been involved in Occupy Wall Street since day one.
The news team came, but they were in the outskirts. They weren't in the inside as you guys are now. So they just wanted to interview a couple of people for their morning segment, and that's about it. No real in-depth coverage of it. At least dealing with the people seeing why each individual was here, it didn't exist. It was actually a media blackout for a while.
The Metchem family from Jamestown, New York, heard about the demonstrations from a cousin living overseas more than 2 weeks after they had started.
I heard about this from someone in New Zealand because there was no national media on it. And I got sort of alarmed as the days went by when more was happening, yet there was no voice from the main media. So then you had to look into who owned the main media, what was going on, which obviously led back to Wall Street.
Mr. Metchem then went to his local town paper and city board. Neither body had heard of the demonstrations.
We were having people arrested. They had Wall Street blocked off for going on 2 weeks and nobody had heard about it. What was going on and how asleep everybody was.
And who is shutting it down? Who doesn't want it to be out there? Who doesn't want it to be known? What's going on, people? Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Domestic media has been waking up. A pepper spraying incident on protesters by the New York Police Department spiked media attention. Then again, after police arrested 700 demonstrators for attempting to march across the Brooklyn Bridge. Pew's Project for Excellence in Journalism found coverage quadrupled last week, yet there are still some concerns.
Thank you for letting a dirty hippie into your building and on your show.
Chris Cobb, an artist from San Francisco, accuses Rupert Murdoch's channel of asking the wrong questions.
So what I've been doing with my camera and my microphone is I've been interviewing protesters and kind of inquiring as to what they really believe and why they're actually here.
Chris says his mock reporting offers the real story, as opposed to coverage that is filtered through editors with their own agendas.
What they've been getting wrong is that they've been believing that this is a neo-hippie revival, and they think it's all about neo-60s liberalism, and it's completely not. People are not revolutionaries. This isn't the 60s. This is about genuine grievances.
Such as wealth inequality, political corruption, and high unemployment. Yet while many may feel these grievances justified and these marches effective,
Occupy Wall Street!
Others, such as Herb Goldstein, don't see Occupy Wall Street succeeding, at least anytime soon.
They do complain about lack of jobs. They complain about the lack of the unequal distribution of wealth. But these are not things that can be settled through legislation or government action overnight or even during a session. They are just not that kind of a thing.
But that doesn't seem to be bothering these demonstrators as their numbers continue to swell. More and more people are camping out on pavements all across the country, but their message is not lying dormant. With increasing media attention, websites, Facebook pages, and Twitter accounts, and now their own newspaper, there's no telling how far this movement will grow. Natalie Carney reporting for Channel News Asia in Zuccotti Park, New York.